And at the end of the day, I always want everyone to prioritize themselves. I always want everybody to take care of themselves first, because truly there is nothing you can offer me if you're not cool. If you're not good, there's nothing you can offer me. And when I've ended up being the villain in someone else's story, this is what I always come back to. The times it was unintentional, because we acknowledge there are times that I've just been shisty, and I can admit that. But the times where I simply was just doing something for me and that person took me personally, it always comes back to, like, I can't love you without loving me. And in this way, I need to love me first. Like, if I'm giving you all my goods, I am left with nothing, and I will eventually have nothing for you either. So when people are letting me know, or I see somebody prioritizing themselves in new ways, or ooh, excuse me, or taking responsibility for themselves in new ways and wanting to create new habits and implement new ways of living in their lives, I can't be mad at them. I can't. I can't. There was a point in life where I was far more triggered by how people showed up in my life. And it's like it really required me, one, not seeking that, like, whatever it is that's triggering me when they don't do the things they said they would do, it leads me to more self-reflection, right? Because if this person said, or if this person, maybe this boo thing didn't call me today, and what is that stirring up in me that they didn't call me today? That made me feel unworthy. It made me feel like maybe they're not attracted to me anymore. It made me feel like, oh, they've got other things that are far more important. That's a problem, girl. The fact that somebody doing something for themselves, oh, I'm sorry. The fact that somebody doing something for themselves leads to you feeling disempowered, that's an internal issue. That person cannot be responsible for you feeling bad. You feel bad because you feel bad, not because this person actually did something wrong. And it's like, you probably felt bad before that person ever came along. You probably would have still felt bad even if that person had a whole conversation with you about the pivot they were having and about what was changing with them. And I've recognized flow there's so much flow and, like, ease that comes into your life when you just allow other people to do them and to be themselves and to change. Allowing other people to change, allowing other people to show up in ways that benefit themselves. That is how you get from them what you want. And granted, what do you want from anyone else other than just to be a good person to you? Like, truly, when we're too reliant on other people for things, it's like, to me, that always points back to a deficiency within yourself. When you are dependent on this person for validation, to the point where if they venture outside of that, you are now deeming them a villain, we've lost the plot, babe. We've lost the plot. No, you're not supposed to be living like that. Nobody's supposed to be living like that. Like, yes, we can ask people, we can get clear, and we can want to understand where they're coming from. But if you are now saying, you know what, this person has done this to me, therefore I'm mad at them, or therefore I'm changing how I feel about them, or therefore they're no longer my friend. Like, we give people these harsh consequences based off them tending to themselves. And it's like, girl, you're not living their life. They're living their life. They are the only ones that know what's going to be good for them. So for you to even internalize their actions to a point of it meaning something about you, that's a much bigger issue. That's a much bigger issue, and it's not their problem. It just isn't. So I am going to literally stop talking now because Like I said at the top of this, I'm encouraging myself to lean into part ones and part twos and part threes, because you guys don't need to know every single thought I have about every topic in one singular video. You feel me? So there will potentially be a part two on this topic, and even more hopefully thought out part two, because again, this is a topic that's just kind of relevant in my experience right now, and I just wanted to yap about it. So it's relevant in my experience, and it's also like necessary for other people to take a look at themselves. If you are someone who has decided that someone else is a villain in your story, I really encourage you to question where that's coming from, or why it is that this action has deemed them a villain. Can it not just like can is there a easier way to look at this? Is there a gentler way to look at this infraction that this person has done? Is there a more holistic way to look at this? Because are you taking into account what they have going on, or are you only thinking about yourself? I think that's the question that I really want to leave this on. um thank you for just tuning in and listening to me chat. Again, my name is Amari Taylor, host of the Release Your Yap podcast. If you enjoyed this video, or if you're listening somewhere where there isn't video, which I haven't set up just yet, but who knows, I'll probably upload this video once, or this audio once that's available. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like, leave me a comment, release your yap in the comments, and let me know your perspective of this topic. Let me know if anything that I said resonated. Um, and share it with a friend that may have caught themselves being the villain in someone else's story currently. Um, and, you know, I think that's really all I have to say, man. Let's take a final sip of tea together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm probably doing all this rambling and stumbling and whatnot, which I'll probably end up editing out all of it, so you won't even see it. But I need to eat. I haven't eaten anything. It's like 3 o'clock. It's literally 2:58. It's 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna go on about my day. Thank you again for tuning in. Love you guys so much. Stay blessed. Stay beautiful. You are so wise and capable of everything that you desire. And I'm hoping that this video brought you even just some mild entertainment. Hey, hey, I hope it brought you something. Shit. But love you so much. Bye.